Hey guys, so today we are opening two expansions. I think possibly at this moment all the expansions for Terraforming Mars. Hey guys, so first a quick apology. You guys deserve a strategy video, probably a Cthulhu Wars video. You do, no doubt. I apologize. My college term is up January 31st, and between my arm in a sling and things, I'm just a little bit behind. I will be done with my last class of this term, hopefully tonight, which I probably should be doing instead of recording videos, but I want to know what's inside these boxes. Hopefully you guys want to know what's inside these boxes, and who needs sleep? So, yeah. All right, so Venus Next, that's why I bought stuff. Plus I was procrastinating, and it's easier to buy stuff on Amazon than to do stuff like schoolwork. So Venus Next is what made me buy stuff. I saw Hellas and Elysium at the same time, and I was like, well, I don't have it. I don't know why I don't have it. So I'll just order it. Why not? And I ordered it. Venus Next again this is what's exciting to me. And my friends are all like, yeah, we'll be over no matter how late we will play Venus Next. They're excited. But let's open up Hellas and Elysium first. It's labeled Exploring the Other Side of Mars. It's very small. I don't 100% understand what's going on here. Let's see. Explore new sites and strategies in Terraforming Mars. Any of these two game boards can be used instead of the ordinary game board. They each depict a new region of Mars with new placement bonuses, ocean areas, and brand new sets of milestones and awards. All right. So how weird is that? It's just a different game board. Hellas. This is the South Pole as well as the Great Hellas Sea, all the way up to the equator. Therefore, the plant bonuses lie at the top of the map along the equator. The map overlaps the original game board by featuring Argyre Planitia and its surrounding mountains. The map features two new placement bonuses. The first is heat is found in the Hellas Sea because of the thin Martian crust in this area, as well as around the South Pole where frozen carbon dioxide can be released to the atmosphere as a greenhouse gas. The other special bonus is on the South Pole itself, requiring you to pay 6 megacredits for placing a tile here, but giving you an ocean tile along with its terraforming rating to place on any available ocean area. Okay, lacks volcanoes, so the tiles from the cards Noctis City and Lava Flows lose their placement restrictions and may be placed on any non-ocean area. Okay, then Elysium, it says we see here the region west of Tharsis, from Olympus Mons, the highest mountain in the solar system, to Elysium Montes. In the north, the great northern lowlands, Vestites Borealis, reaches down towards the equator, while the south is dominated by its great crater-saturated highlands. The map overlaps the original game board by featuring Arzia Mons. There are no special placement bonuses on this map. The Elysium map does not have the Noctis region, so Noctis City may be placed without its restriction. It does, however, have 4 volcanic sites where the lava flows tile can be placed. Okay. I'm just going to open it. I mean, it talks about milestones and whatnot. I want to see what it shows on the board. Oop. Oop. All right. So this is the Elysium board, and it's mostly the same board, little bit different, right? A little bit different stuff. So that kind of changes up the game. Looks like a little bit more titanium, but probably not. We've got, are they all the same costs over here? They kind of look mostly the same costs. We've got, yeah, so here's an issue I have a little bit with, and that's the fact that, as I thought, the rules for the milestones and awards look like you have to keep this little thing. And I would have liked a little card, guys, just a little card to act as a reminder. Maybe 4 of them even. Let's go crazy. Add $1 to the price, include 4 little 2-sided tiles or cards, and everybody can keep a copy so they know what they're shooting for in the game, because I have a feeling everybody's gonna, in at least the first few games, forget exactly what does what. Let's look at what do these mean. So the generalist, if you have all 6 productions increased by at least 1 step, including what you got from your corporation cards, that's generalist. Specialist requires that you have at least 10 in production of any resource. Ecologist, 4 biotags. And tycoon, 15 project cards in play. So that's different, right, than the other dumb card that it's 15 cards in your hand. Legend requires 5 played events. I mean, I just call the other one dumb because you shouldn't have that many in your hand. All right. Legend requires 5 played events, red cards. Okay. Celebrity, most cards in play with a cost of at least 20 mega credits. Industrialist, most steel and energy resources. Desert settler, most tiles south of the equator, the 4 bottom rows. Okay. Estate dealer, most tiles adjacent to ocean tiles. And benefactor, the highest terraform rating. Count this award first, meaning before you do other things. So, okay, all right. I mean, I like these things. I think more than just shuffling the tiles on the board a little bit, it's these extra tiles, the milestones and awards seem better. I like them a lot more. Let's check out Hellas. All right, I like this color blue. Seems very sci-fi, futuristic. This is a weird board. Yeah, I find these to be interesting. These heat boards or tiles. Again, you kind of have to keep the rules to know what's going on here, but let's go over the milestones. We've got Diversifier, requires that you have 8 different tags in play. Tactician requires that you have 5 cards with requirements in play. Polar Explorer requires that you have 3 tiles on the 2 bottom rows. Okay. Energizer requires that you have 6 energy production. Rim Settler requires that you have 3 Jovian tags. Now, I worry about Energizers slightly just because, again, the Helios Corporation benefits from energy-related things, and anything that helps them, they're already unbalanced, in my opinion. Cultivator, most green tiles. Okay. Magnate, most automated cards in play, green cards. Okay. Space Baron, the most space tags, event cards do not count. Eccentric, most resources on cards. Okay. Contractor, most building tags. Okay. I like this board. This board looks more fun to play on. I like how everything's been kind of split apart. I think this board would be very interesting to play on, I think. I like the awards and milestones more in Elysium. It's my opinion. All right. Now, the one that a lot of us are excited about. try to keep your arm immobilized for 2 months. I've got 2 weeks to go before I start physical therapy. Venus might just be the deadliest world in the solar system, but it has potential. Up among the corrosive clouds, far away from the scorching hot surface, humans have begun colonizing and terraforming. Your corporation has a good opportunity to make a name for itself, build flying cities, shade off the sun to lessen the greenhouse effect, and introduce life to this planet. And let Venus help you terraform Mars. Okay. It says Venus Next lets you terraform Venus and place new cities in the inner solar system. This expansion includes new cards, corporations, and an additional Venus milestone and award. This is an expansion to Terraforming Mars. Venus Next is played together with the main game and can be combined with any other expansion and variant. So this is exciting, right? This is truly a new game experience. What's inside? All right. So we've got a deck of cards. Very exciting. I want more projects. I mean, that's the game. Another thing to track progress on Venus. So we've got a milestone and an award, which if you're playing with the Venus rules, you're going to add to whichever board you happen to be using. Right? So we've got the milestone and award, we've got a deck of cards, we've got a rule book, and we've got the actual game board itself. Now, Venus has a percentage of terraformed, and it looks like it caps out at 30%. Or something. I don't really know what this number represents, but it looks like scraping the air. Are we scraping the acid out of the atmosphere of Venus? Maybe. 15 credits, and you get to increment up the V. You get to build 4 floating cities. Okay. For whatever it's worth. Small rulebook. With the terraforming of Mars initiated and several projects already being implemented, the world government on Earth sees an opportunity to start working on terraforming Venus as well. It is a much more difficult task, probably requiring 1,000 years. All the more reason to get started now. All right, great. I'm on board. Venus, here we come. On the Venus board, players are offered a 4th global parameter, the Venus scale. On the cards, it is simply referred to as Venus. Because of Venus being a more long-term project, the scale only goes from Venus being 0% to 30% terraformed. It offers more opportunities to get terraform ratings and bonus steps, and like other global parameters, it stops giving TR when maxed out. But the Venus scale is not an endgame condition. You still only need temperature, oxygen, and oceans to be maxed out at the end of the game, meaning that some games will see the Venus scale completed well before the end, while at other times it will hardly be touched at all. All right. That's it. You get to draw a card for free at 8. You get a TR at 16. Doesn't say much about it. Says floaters is a new resource. Floaters represent hovering infrastructure in the Venusian atmosphere, where the pressure and temperature is similar to that of Earth. The surface is decidedly more forbidding, with a 90 atmospheric bar pressure and temperatures around 450 Celsius. Floaters are collected on cards and work in the same way as microbes and animals. Okay, great. There's a new phase after the production phase. Each generation, the solar phase. Step 1, game end check. Step 1 in the solar phase is to check the end game conditions. If temperature, oxygen, and ocean are all maxed out, the game ends and final scoring begins. No further steps in the solar phase are executed. Step 2, world government terraforming. Step 2 is called world government terraforming. In order to terraform Venus without slowing down terraforming Mars, the WG has decided to help out. The first player order hasn't yet shifted, now acts as the WG and chooses a non-maxed out global parameter and increases that track one step or places an ocean tile. All bonuses go to the WG and therefore no TR or other bonuses are given to the first player. Other cards may be triggered by this though, Arctic Algae or the new corporation Aphrodite. Variant, skip this step for a longer game. So, that is very interesting because a big part of terraforming Mars is often spent trying to calculate how much the other players can increase a step and then making sure that you're the one to take advantage of whatever, right? Of oxygen or points, TR, whatever it is that you get. You want to be the one to get that stuff. So now suddenly another player can suddenly ramp up the speed and you will know what they're going to do. I think that's very interesting, especially because the first player is now the last player, right? They're the first player and they see what you're going to do. So suddenly they push it past and now nobody gets the award. I like it. Very cool. Simple rules. That's always nice. Let's check to see what is going on with the cards. There's I think 2 new corporations. All right, what do we have here? We have Morningstar Inc. We have Viren. We have Manutech. We have Celestic. We have Aphrodite. That's pretty cool guys. 4 new corporations. Let's check out what is Aphrodite. They start with a food production, 47 money, and the effect is whenever Venus is terraformed 1 step, you gain 2 money. 30, that's 60 money in the whole game. That's good, guys. I think that's good, and it counts as a couple different symbols, so pretty cool. Celestic, it is. You start with 42 money. As the first action, reveal cards from the deck until you have revealed 2 cards with a floater icon on it. Take those 2 cards in hand and discard the rest. 1 victory point per 3 floaters on this card. And as an action, you add a floater to any card. Huh. Okay. That is very interesting. Manutech. You start with 1 steel production and 35 money. Okay, that's cool. And then as an effect, for each step you increase the production of a resource, including this, you also gain that resource. Very nice. Also gives you a labor symbol. Morningstar Inc., 50 starting money. And as your first action, reveal cards until you have revealed 3 Venus tag cards. Take those into hand and discard the rest. Effect, your Venus requirements are plus or minus 2 steps, your choice in each case. Could be cool if people let you have Venus cards. And then Viren, 48 money. As an action, use a blue card action that has already been used this generation. Okay, so I need clarification on whether or not I can use somebody else's blue card action. Because That seems like it'd be a little bit broken, but also it seems vague. Even if it's yours though, that's amazing. I mean, that could be really, really powerful. Huh. Okay, first card, Venusian Plants. It has pictures of Venus flytraps. That makes really no sense. But I like the idea that if I could plant something on my little flying city in Venus, I would want Venus flytraps, because why not? Requires Venus 16%. That's pretty high, man. That's over halfway. And raise Venus 1 step, add 1 microbe or 1 animal to another Venus card. I like it. Venusian insects. That sucks. Where did they come from? You're like, well, I guess you gotta have something to feed the Venus flytraps. Add a microbe to this card. Venusian animals. Venus way station, Venus soils, Venus magnetizer, Venus governor, water to Venus, thermophiles, terraforming contract, sulfur eating bacteria, sulfur exports, stratospheric birds. That's yeah, okay, all right. Stratopolis, sponsored academies, spin-induced asteroid, solar net, sister planet support. So if you have a Venus and an Earth tag, you increase your money production 3 steps. That is nice. Rotator impacts, orbital reflectors, omnicourt, neutralizer factory. Requires Venus 10%, increase Venus 1 step. All right. Mining quota, Maxwell base, Luna metropolis, luxury foods, local shading, Jetstream microscrapers, Ishtar mining, Io sulfur research, hydrogen to Venus, Gyropolis, giant solar shade, raises Venus 3 steps. Again, it's 30 steps, guys. I mean, that's a long way. GHD import from Venus, Phrasia biodomes, okay, forest precipitation, floating habs, extremophiles, extractor balloons, dirigibles, deuterium export, Dawn City, corroder suits, comet for Venus, atmoscoop, Atalanta Planitia lab. Okay, requires 3 science tags, draw 2 cards. Air scrapping expedition, aerosport tournament. All right, they're all using jetpacks. That's cool. And aerial mappers, and a nothing. It is Stronghold Games. Don't accidentally leave that card in your deck, because somebody might think it's a real card. All right, guys. So that was Venus Next. It feels like it's going to have a positive effect to the game. You won't really know until you play with the rules. I like the corporations. I especially like Viren. I think Viren looks really cool. I am mildly concerned that there's no value in terraforming Venus. So what if you don't? I don't know. I mean, I hope people don't ignore it. I hope this motivation in these cards to do it because you want the bonuses you get for doing it, whatever those are. But I haven't quite, I didn't look through them closely, so I don't know. With that, I'm going to wrap up this video, and I hope that I will have a strategy video next week. And in the meantime, share with me, do you like the Venus rules? Do you intend to play with the Venus rules? And more importantly, like on my first game Wednesday, should I play with one of the new boards, or should I just focus on Venus Next? I am tempted by Elysium for the other awards. I like them. I think they'd be cool. I just don't know. So if someone wants to chime in today, so I will do whatever most people say, whichever of the three boards, the original, Elysium, or Hellas. Elias? Helios? I don't know. All right, guys. Hope 2018 is going well for you guys, and see you next video. Bye.